Let's talk about the spleen. Okay? The spleen is an awareness center. It has gates that ultimately connect you to fear, right? Currently, we have this gate right here, which is gate 48. This reaches up towards the throat. This is active today, thanks to the transits. Everybody on the planet right now is experiencing gate 48, which means that there's going to be this underlying fear that something is lacking depth, or that something is faking depth, or that something just plain doesn't have depth. All right? And so it's important to note that with this external definition, it doesn't change your body graph. But the reason we're talking about the spleen is because I want to talk about the various ways in which your centers can be healthy or not healthy, right? Because they're going to fall on this spectrum of defined and open. Open would mean that there's no definition, no dormant gates, nothing, and so the center would also be undefined. There's nothing going on in your spleen. It's completely open, it's completely white. Defined would mean that, of course, the center is defined, right? It's hooked up to another center and it's colored in. Okay? Now, this is fixed. Okay? When you're born, you're here, or you're here, or you're here. You're given a certain number or a certain amount or weight of definition in your chart. However, there is another spectrum that we're just going to call, this is just the health, okay? So up here is going to be really healthy, really harmonized, and down here is going to be super not healthy, super not kinky, just like pure, like suck ass, okay? So most of the world lives in a state of conditioning, a lack of awareness, and therefore this center is unhealthy. This is the awareness of your physical body, of your health, of your wellness. If you know someone, or you're the kind of person that's like always sick, it's probably because something is going on in your spleen that you're not aware of. Either it's defined and you're treating it like an undefined or open center, or it's open and you're treating it like a defined center. Okay? Because the idea with this is that if we want to raise this bar, what we have to do is look at what is the natural function of my spleen. Okay? The more defined your spleen is, the more awareness you're going to have of what needs to be cut away for you because it's not good for you. The less definition you have in the spleen, the less awareness that is going to be for yourself. In that you might be able to touch someone and be like, oh bro, you need to stop drinking coffee. But when someone asks you, hey, what do you need? What's going to make you the most healthy? You might have some trouble with that. Okay? So what typically tends to happen is that this conditioning usually will be more heavy for the people with open and undefined spleens, because it's harder for them to discern what is actually good for them. Whereas somebody with a defined spleen, generally speaking, has a much better idea of what's healthy for them, who they want to touch them, etc. So this is just one of the 9 centers, okay? Let me know if you have a defined spleen and if you think it's healthy, or if you have a defined spleen and you think it's unhealthy. You can also let me know if you have an open or undefined spleen and if it's healthy, or an open and undefined spleen, open/undefined spleen, and if it's not healthy. Because again, you're going to fall somewhere on this spectrum. And the key to raising this bar, the key to health, okay, is awareness, right? We're using human design to give ourselves a mental framework so that we can identify where we're at, so that we can identify which direction we need to move in to get to the place or the state or the relationship or the career that we actually want to have. Okay, so link is in the bio. Join my Discord community. I've got reports that'll tell you. First thing you need to do is figure out what your placements are and everything. So you can do that. Link in my bio, generate a bodygraph, it's free. I also have reports that are $20 if you want to save yourself some legwork, or you could come back here and just watch hours of my videos. You'll probably learn everything you need to about your chart with my TikTok. You can also book a session with me if you want to talk to my crazy ass. So yeah, that's it. Click my face, link in the bio. Peace.